go. Why LinkedIn groups? They're ideal for professional networking, as we know, just like the platform, lead generation done properly, and B2B community building. So when we were talking about the Flourish wellness coaching, they very well could be coaching within the professional environment, but we were really focusing more on kind of a B2C model where Maya would be specifically coaching the individual who may be a professional, but they may also be um, a nonprofit executive or an entrepreneur, but looking at coaching the individual. So, in the case of LinkedIn specifically, we're going to be looking at business to business for sure. So, again, with setting up the LinkedIn groups, it's a pretty simple setup. We're going to use our same framework that we had before, and we're going to use that to build out our group, including our name and description, our rules, and setting our privacy settings, including our branding elements, and then inviting our initial members. And if Moni can help me switch back to my
Yes, ma'am.
window, while I dot my nose. It's allergy season, folks.
It sure is. And just
And
FYI, we're needing about 12 minutes to the.
12 minutes. Okay. I'm moving quick. All right.
Mhm.
So this is for Kristen, anybody else who's been thinking about LinkedIn groups when you see this workshop. Very quickly, you go to your 9 dot again, see the consistency there. You go to
Mhm.
groups, you create your group. And this is where you put it all in. So you upload your logo, which I do have a little temporary logo for next level just to add a little something here. And we make sure, yep, we're good to go. So we have our logo, we put up our banner, um, we come up with our name, which in the case of next uh, next step, it's going to be Next Step Growth Network. And if Carl had done his framework, he would have no problem filling out the purpose of the group. And we're just going to say connecting like-minded solopreneurs on a quest toward greatness. Boop. We can also specify the industries. So for those who have specific niche markets, you can say we want folks that are um, in accounting, and it fills it in for you. We want folks that are in information technology, and we want folks that are in uh, law. Okay. We can add a location to our group. I'm not going to do that right now, but we also have rules to set the tone, participate and encourage, be authentic. Just making things up here. A popular one, give more than you receive. Okay. And again, we have group types. We have public and we have private. We do private only now. The difference between LinkedIn and Facebook, once you create the group type in LinkedIn, you notice the sentence here, it cannot be changed.
Mm.
So if it's public to start, it stays public. You have to shut the whole group down in order to make it a private group. If it's private, it stays private and you can't make it public.
Hmm.
Really consider it when you do that one. Okay. Discoverability, same thing as listings on Facebook side. You can have your group so that it is suggested and is part of the search results in LinkedIn. I'm sure you all have been on where it's like, do you want to join this group? Have you thought about this group? That's listed. If you have it as an unlisted, then any non group member is not going to ever be able to see it. You would have to solely rely on the members of that group, inviting folks and the like. Okay. And it's also not visible to non group members on members' profiles. Okay. You can set permissions, allow members to invite their other connections, and then require new posts to be reviewed by admins. That is also a setting on the Facebook group as well. So you can gate it. There's some groups, particularly when you're talking about groups of business owners, folks get a little um, excited about the opportunity to promote their business in front of others. And so sometimes you have to keep that a little bit more restricted to certain days, etc. And then that's how you create the group. I'm not going to hit create. I'm going to go back to the slides. Um, Ways that we look to engage um, for the business to business for B2B growth is again looking at our target audience. In this case, for next step, it was small business owners, startup founders, operational managers seeking growth. Case study post, growth challenge polls, live Q&A sessions. You can also go do live things on LinkedIn. That wasn't always the case, but I'm glad that that's something that they have added.
Mm-hmm.
So those are all the things there. One quick um, exercise. If you were Carl, which type of post would you use this week to increase engagement in the LinkedIn group? A poll about top growth challenges, a live Q&A about scaling operations, or a case study post with a success story? And you can put
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 in the chat.